Namaste, dear friends. I am Loknath. Today, right now, I want to speak about a very essential topic for all of us. Happiness. Are you really happy? Do you experience happiness most of the times in a day? How frequently you feel joyful, wonderful, blissful in your life? I am a transformational coach. I transform my own mind, my own state of being with happiness. In our life, in society, many people think that happiness can be found in the things outside of themselves. For example, we will be happy if we get good job, if we have more money, if we have more material things. So we try to seek for happiness outside of ourselves, but that is an illusion. Happiness is our birthright. We are programmed, we are hypnotized by society, by parents, by culture, and by the country where we live in about how not to be happy. It may be a controversial statement, but that is the truth. We are actually hardwired to be happy. I want to share my own experience. When I was working as a computer engineer for one of the biggest corporate company, software company in the world, Oracle Corporation, I used to think the more salary, the more money I get, the more I will be happy. But very soon I realized that I was chasing happiness outside. If you look at a child, he will teach us how to be happy. If you look at a bird, it will teach us how to be happy. And if you meet and ask a old person how happily he lived, you might hear from him saying that he could not find happiness anywhere. He felt that he could not live his life fully. This is the answer, equation, formula of many people in society. We live in life always with worry, with busy mind, with always having thoughts to go somewhere, do something, achieve something in order to be happy. But look at the bird, tree, a small baby. If you look at them, you see their face smiling all the time. You hardly see them with a serious face like this. They never. Because happiness is an energy. Happiness is an emotion. When we are in that state of blissfulness, joyfulness, and this energy of joy, energy of happiness flows through us. It will show in our facial expression. It will show in our work. It will show in all the areas of our life. We actually forget. Our mind is programmed to live life with all the material things. Of course, it is a good thing. Of course, it is important to earn money, to get a good job, to travel the globe. These are all the important things. These are all the experience we seek. But those are all things that we get happiness in a glimpse. Like my own story, I was eagerly waiting for around 15 to 18 years to be happy. You know how? In the schools, when I was studying in the school, one school to another school, I was changing. And I was thinking if I get good marks, good job, or if I earn more money in the future, I'll be happy. I was waiting for many years. And finally I arrived. I got my first job in Wipro. And I was extremely happy. Such an elevated joy I was in. But my dear friend, it was momentary. It was very transient. After joining in the company, I started working in that first company. Very soon I lost all the joy. Whatever that I have been waiting for years to experience as happiness, but it was temporary. And later I realized that happiness is not something we get from outside. Happiness is a state of mind, it's a state of heart, it's a kind of thermostat we need to set. We need to have the habit of happiness in our mind. With what energy you are waking up every day in the morning? What is your driving force? How happy you are in your life? And I ask you another question. In the scale of 1 to 10, 1 means least, 10 means highest. You can scale, you can score, you can rate how much happy you are. If it is 10 means you are most happiest person in the world most of the times. If it is 5, 4, 3 or 0, 1 means you are least happy person. Just ask yourself, just take a second, how much rating you give for your happiness. How happy you are. Whatever the first number that you are getting, you just trust that. Right. So many of you might be getting 5 or 4 or 6 or 7, but if you get this number, if you score yourself 8 or 9 or 10, you are an extraordinary person. You are the most happiest person in the world. Dear friends, we are not living life from that state of beingness. We know these 3 states, being, having, doing. That means if we are being happy, from that state of being, if we do something, if you prepare food in the kitchen, if you drive or if you do your job, from that state of being happiness, and you bring more energy to that work, whatever that you do, and you will have more and more happiness, you will have more and more money, you will have more and more things in your life. But the equation, the formula we are using is in reverse order. We think that if I have more money, more things, I will be happy. If I do more things, more work, more earning, then I will be happy. So we are trying to achieve things, and through achieving the things, we try to seek happiness. It is temporary, it is not permanent. So the formula, right formula is be, do, have, be, do, have, be, do, have. Means be happy, do the things with that happiness, and you see the results, exponential growth in your life. You have many more things, whatever that you dream for. So children are best examples for us. Children are best teachers for us how to live happy. A child is at most happy in the moment with whatever the toys that he has, with whatever the things that he has in his hands. He plays and he enjoys with his inner joy and happiness. So happiness is a learned thing. It's not a learned thing actually. Since childhood we learned, we know, we knew. We have our genes which are happy genes. We have genes in us, not the jeans pant that we wear, but internal genes. So we have many genes. We can turn on and turn off. We have happy genes. If you turn on those happy genes, you will be happy forever. It's a kind of like a thermostat. How we set the temperature to an air conditioner. How we set temperature for heating the water. So once you set the temperature, it will maintain. The AC air condition maintains that temperature in the room. Even we can set the thermostat of happiness with certain changes in our life. We have one thing called I will be happy when syndrome. This formula, this powerful happiness tool given by Sri Kumar Rao, Harvard and Kellogg Business School's professor, the famous professor in the world, Sri Kumar Rao. I learned this principle from him. If I get something, I will be happy syndrome. I will be happy when syndrome. That means if I get a lot of money, then I will be happy. If I marry a beautiful woman, beautiful girl, I will be happy. If I travel in the flight, I will be happy. If I have a beautiful apartment, then I will be happy. This is called I will be happy when syndrome. Most of the humanity, we are unknowingly, unconsciously, we are trapped in this if then model of happiness. So when our if condition is fulfilled, then we'll be happy. As a computer engineer, I was working a lot of if conditions we need to write to execute the program. But our life is miraculous, our life is magical, our life is beautiful. We don't need anything outside to make us happy. It is because we are learned from others. In order to be happy, you need to have things in your life. That is temporary happiness. And according to many researchers, what they found through scientific researchers, almost more than 85% of the humanity on this earth planet, they are doing the jobs which they don't like. You imagine how miserable that life was for them for many years. My life was like that. I worked for a computer job, a software job, very few months. I can tell you how miserable my life was, because I was busy working, running the codes, working on the computer. It's like I was like a machine working in front of a machine, and there was no joy and there was no happiness. There was no joyful drive that was leading me, because I was just working for the sake of money. I was just living up to my paychecks. At one level, it was okay. That means paying my rents, buying good clothes, traveling in the flights. But it was not giving me the real joy within, because I felt drained. I felt depressed. I felt anxious. And one more research doctors found, dear friends, it's about deaths, early deaths, like people dying in the age of 40. Those who are dying in the 40 age, most deaths are Monday deaths. You know, what is this Monday deaths? You might be curious about this. You know, when the date reach Monday, when the Monday comes, there is internal clock which runs fast. Our heartbeat palpitates fast, and our blood pressure moves fast, and our thoughts race. The flooding of thoughts come in the Monday, because especially corporate jobs, my dear friends. And I'm not degrading the corporate jobs. It is very good. There are many people who are really enjoying. I left my job because I found something else. I found my purpose. I found my job in doing service for others, giving best tools to the world and uplifting the humanity. That's what bring me most joy, most happiness. So these Monday deaths, many people dying at the early age because of heart attacks, because of high BP. When it is Monday, they are dying. Many deaths when they research, this is the truth found out by the scientists and doctors. It is because when Monday comes, all the fears, worries, what mail I might have received from my manager. Maybe my client might scold me for my errors that I did last week. So we'll be having panic attacks, we'll be worried, we'll be anxious. This is not from the research, but from my own experience, friends. I got all these experiences many years back. So when we reach Friday, we'll be most happy, because Saturday holiday, especially corporate people, Sunday holiday. But when the sun rises, when the alarm rings, all the rings, dings and pings from phone, from laptop, from computers, and we wake up with worry. And most of our time we spend in the offices. We spend most of our waking time in the office, in front of the computer, in front of our colleagues. But if that life is not happy, if it is not giving us happiness, if it is bringing more tension, more worry, more suffering to us, how can this body functions to live longer? You can't live longer, grow younger. So I said goodbye in very few months after working in the corporate field. And now I go to corporate companies, software companies, to teach people how to be happy, how to elevate our energy levels, how to live our life with meaning and purpose. Because I discovered it, I found it. And that is what giving me the real joy, real happiness. So happiness is contagious, friends. This happy emotion, it is contagious. It spreads like wildfire. When you are surrounded with happy persons, happy people, your happiness levels grows. There is another research found by many neuroscientists and psychologists. If you have one happy friend who is happy, but you are not happy, but if you have a happy friend, your happy friend's energy, that happy emotion will touch you. It will bring your happiness levels up. And if your happy friend has a happy friend, your happiness levels increases. If your friends have happiness in their life, that will boost your happiness level. At least according to research, 15% of your happiness quotient will raise when you are surrounded with happy people. So now you have a choice with whom you want to surround with. If you are living with your happy friends, your happiness grows. And the same with suffering also. If you are living with people who are having negative thoughts, depressed thoughts, worry all the time, jealous all the time, gossiping, all the negative things they are doing, negative talks they are talking, it will affect your state of mind. You might heard about this. Birds of same feather flock together. Happy people try to find happy friends who are happy. And people who are experiencing suffering, misery in their life, they try to attract people who are into suffering. So you have the choice now. You want to live happy? Yes or no? Yes, I know. You want to live happy. Now, immediately what you need to do? You need to check your friends list. Whom to spend time with most of the times and whom to spend time less with. That's in your hands, friends. That gives you happiness. And we are learning in this concept, in this topic about how to expand our happiness levels. So surround yourself with happy, positive people. And from many years, this research, this science developed is called positive intelligence. You need more PQ levels. Your PQ levels means positive quotient. If you are happy, it will affect your productivity. According to the research by Shawn Achor, one of the most happiest person and happiness teacher, author of Happiness Advantage book. I highly recommend all of you to read that book. And that book has given me glimpses about what is true happiness. According to Shawn Achor's research, he found that employees who are happy, their productivity goes 30%, 31% high when they are happy. And promotion, you will get promotion 40% more when you are happy. And sales people who are into selling, marketing, if they are happy, their sales rate increases 36% if they are happy. This is the scientific research I am talking. I am not talking something which is blind wisdom. It is wisdom of science, wisdom of happiness that I am sharing with you. So we have the choice. We can choose to be happy. Who needs happiness? Who wants to live happily? Everyone. But are we committed? Are we dedicated our life to be happy? Many years back, after entering into this spiritual path, I met one of the friends. I was talking to him. Suppose his name is John. I was talking to John. He was so happy. I asked him, what is your goal? And he said to me, happiness is my goal. And I always live happy. Then I felt he is a crazy person. How come happiness is the goal? But it took years, almost 8 to 9 years for me to understand what he said to me. Because happiness is the ultimate goal. Happiness is the primary goal. Happiness should be the essential goal for everyone. As I told you, the more you increase your happiness, the more successful you become. Happiness and money, there is a connection between happiness and money. When you are more happy, more joyful, more love that you are bringing to the work that you are doing, and the more appraisals you get, the more promotions you get, the more salary get increased to you. That is truth, friend. And happiness and health. The happiness is directly correlated with our health. If you see people who are suffering, who have many health issues, they are mostly complaint people. They complain about their body. They say, I'm not looking beautiful, my job is sucking me. Or they say, they complain about their family members or neighbors. They go on complaining about many things in their life. So, that complaining nature, that judgments nature, that negative energy will not affect the others, but it affects our own self. It affects our own body. It's called psychosomatic diseases. Many diseases, many illnesses, they take birth in the mind. That is psyche, your mind. It starts with the thoughts, negative thinking, worry thinking, jealous thinking, hatred thinking. And these negative thinking, jealous thinking and hatred thinking, these thoughts will send molecules in the body, bad or and endorphins in the body, that will bring aging fast. Our lifespan expands when we are happy. So we need to choose to be happy, not to make others happy. It is secondary, but for your own health benefit, for your own energy benefit, for your own transformation benefit, we must choose to be happy. His Holiness the Dalai Lama said, if you are happy, you can make others happy. You can help others in a better way. If you are not happy, you cannot help any other person. Like a beggar cannot help the other beggar because his bowl is empty. Like that, if we are happy, we can help many other people in our life. It can be our family, it can be our friends, it can be our colleagues, anyone we can help. So this is the most important ingredient, dear friends. The screen is not wet and it is not dried. You are the screen. Imagine you are sitting in a theater, there is a movie playing, there is a drama playing on the screen, and we didn't like that drama, that story, that movie. We try to adjust the screen. Even in life also, we try to adjust many things which are not correct. So if you try to change the screen, nothing will change. If you want to change the movie, the content, the dialogues, the songs, you need to go into the projector room. You need to change the projection. So what are you projecting from the mind? So that projector or the projecting things that we need to change, not the screen. So there are many tools that are available, that I would like to share some of the tools which I use on regular basis. Every day when I wake up in the morning, I make an intention. Today I want to live happy. At any circumstances, whatever happens, I try to live my best. I'll try to be happy the most. This is my intention every day. So one of the key element, one of the tool that I want to share with you to be happy is meditation. Meditation brings happiness. Why and how, we will see. So when you meditate, you stay in the moment. You are right now in the present moment. Without meditation practice, we live in the past or we live in the future. Our mind is like a monkey. How a monkey jumps from one tree to another tree, one branch to another branch. Our mind also goes back. It always seek for something in the past. It always goes try to look into the future for salvation, for manifestation of things. But we need to anchor ourselves, ground ourselves into the moment, so that we'll be more happy, we'll be more energetic. We bring more of our presence into the world. So first tool is meditation, daily practice of meditation that will activate many neuropeptides in your brain, in your autonomous nervous system. So it brings so many happy molecules into the body, and you feel more happy most of the times. So situations will not trigger you anymore when you meditate. That's why people who meditate, they are least worried. According to Upanishads and Vedanta, there are two symptoms which indicates that we are living happiest life. One is things won't bother you more. You feel more joyful in your life. You feel more effortless, more flow type of a person. Second symptom is you experience more and more coincidences in your life. You experience more and more meaningful synchronicities in your life. These two are the indications that you are the happiest person. So these things happen with meditation practice. And the second practical tool that I want to share with you is gratitude practice. When you are grateful for the things that you already have in your life, and your happiness will increase. So be grateful. Right now, what are you grateful for? Right now, in this moment. Just take a moment to think about. It can be anything that you have. You may be thankful to the body that you have, the precious, healthy body. You may be thankful to the breath that you are breathing, the life energy. You may be thankful for the house that you are living, beautiful house. You might be thankful for your parents for giving the gift of life. You honor them, you respect them, you thank them, you love them. This elevates happiness levels. So, dear friends, when we are putting our awareness, our attention into the things that we already have and we are grateful for them, then you will be more happy, you will be more successful in life. So, this is another important tool that we can practice in our life to be happy. And living in the present moment, as I told, with meditation, that brings enormous energy that you can use to bring success in your life. Otherwise, we lose ourselves into the material world. We lost connection with our own self, and we try to search for happiness outside of ourselves. And the third tool that I want to share with you is love and compassion, love and acceptance. So loving your own self, accepting your own self, and the same way loving others and accepting others the way they are. And right now you tell yourself, I love myself the way I am, with all my mistakes and with all my achievements. I accept and I love myself. This is a powerful statement. There is one thing called flossomeness. Flossomeness means With all the flaws that we have, with all the mistakes that we do, we are awesome. That's called flawsomeness. Any mistakes that we might have done in the past, but we accept that past as it is. We love ourselves as we are. Then your energy, your happiness will increase. So the same energy you can extend to others, sending your loving energy, loving vibes to people surrounding with, whoever you are surrounding with. So that also brings happiness in your surroundings. Next thing is forgiveness, dear friends. Next tool, fourth practice. When you forgive yourself and others, it releases the burden of all the past pain, all the future worry. Many times with this meditation practice or book reading, with this kind of teachings, we try to forgive others in the process, but we forget to forgive our own self. Neil Donald Walsh, my favorite teacher, author of Conversations with God book, he said, if you want to forgive, you can forgive, but when you reach to highest state, the mastery state, and you don't need to forgive anyone. Only in the journey, initial journey, when we are progressing, we need to forgive. But once we reach to the ultimate state of awakening, human consciousness, then we don't need to forgive anyone. Forgiveness is a state of energy, state of being. Master does not need to forgive because he understands. That's what Neil Donald Walsh said. Once we reach to that ultimate state, we don't need to forgive anyone, because your own being itself spreads the fragrance of love and joy, compassion to others. There you don't need to forgive anyone. Until we reach to that moment, we need to forgive all the burdens. Otherwise, we carry so much grudges, so many grudges, so much of heaviness in ourselves. So forgiveness practice. And the next tool, fifth tool that I want to share with you about happiness is happiness from growth. Daily learning. If you keep on learning, if you keep on growing, your happiness levels also grow. So every day, ask yourself, what do I learn? Every night before you go into sleep, ask yourself, did I grow today? Did I learn today? Did I master something today? So that brings your happiness level. And the next sixth tool is about happiness is serving others, helping others, making others happy. So when you try to help many people, when you try to serve for the bigger cause, and your happiness levels will increase. And final thing, the seventh happiness tool is this mainly about social connections. When you have many friends who are into this kind of path, meditation path, they bring more happiness to you. So when you build up connections with many positive people, when you are associated with positive people, these social connections will bring more happiness to you. So I hope you master your happiness. You learn the habit of happiness, because we have many old habits, habit of suffering, but we delete that habit of suffering and we install the habit of happiness. I hope these happiness tools will help you a lot. So practice these tools on a daily basis in your life. Share your happiness to others. Spread this happiness mission to everyone, dear friends. Thank you so much. I am Loknath, your loving friend, signing off. Bye.